How has Greece's experience been different from other Eurozone countries' crises?
Well, Greece has been part of a bailout program, but in contrast to the other countries, is still part of its third consecutive macroeconomic adjustment program, as it's called, which is running now until 2018. So that's one of the major differences with the other European countries. But also, Greece started off in a quite worse position fiscally because of its current account deficit that was running at the time of the first memorandum at 15.9% of GDP, but also had a looming banking crisis and sovereign debt crisis. There are very many specific different characteristics that defined the Greek crisis, but overall I think it was the conditions, the economic conditions that started off the bailout at that point, and the fact that Greece does not seem to be able to escape from this specific austerity program.
How did Greece's polarized bipartisan system contribute to its situation?
Greece has experienced polarized politics to an unprecedented level since the 1980s, with the inauguration of what's called the populist democracy, when PASOK, the Socialist Party, came to power in 1981. Since then, you have an alteration between the two parties, New Democracy, which is conservative party, and PASOK, alternating in power in a highly polarized climate until 2012, when this bipartisan system collapses in the face of austerity. It has had a major, it has been a major feature in what has been called this rent-seeking practice that seemed to take place in Greece. These political parties were vital in distributing these different rents, political, economic rents, to their voters throughout this time, maintaining this polarized rhetoric to win elections, at the same time maximize the benefits for the voters. So I think it played a huge role in determining the public discourse, the mentality of the Greek voting behavior and its political participation, and at the same time does go a long way to explain the kind of lacuna that has been created since 2012 with that system collapsing in 2012.
How does demography impact Greece's political landscape?
Demographics is a huge weakness of the Greek political and economic system. It has been the case since the 1970s and 1980s. You have very low birth rates that are accompanied by increasingly aging population. We now have this very horrifying predictions that by 2050, Greece's population will be under 9 million, with almost 40% of the population above 60, which poses a huge challenge for the country's pension and social security system, but at the same time really kind of impeding the promise of a future productive base. That, accompanied by the huge brain drain that has taken place in the country since 2010, does pose a question of human capital to provide the engine for the revitalization of the economy.